Okay. Hi, I'm Ashwin Dale Meyer. I stay in Cape Town, South Africa at the moment. I'm working at Trafalgar High School for 2 years now, and I've been teaching for about 8 years. I really want to make a shift from public school to online teaching, and I think that this interview, or this demo lesson, will illustrate my skills and my capability of working on PowerPoint and also recording lessons and making sure that I can screen share and all those skills. So my topic that I'll be covering today will be business studies, and we'll be doing the Skills Development Act as part of legislation in the workplace. So all the best, good luck, and I hope that you are with me and that you follow the slides and that you understand the concept better after we have spent some time discerning it. So, what you do is you go to your notes, screen share my notes so that you can see that we are all working from the same core notes. You'll see that there is your Skills Development Act. Learners will normally go through the expectations of the act. For example, you must know the purpose, you must know the rights of each act, you must know how BBBEE pillars are outlined, you must know the implications, penalties, or consequences of non-compliance for each act, and you must also know how these acts can cause discrimination in the workplace. So, Skills Development Act, I always do this. I tell the kids that they have a certain structure. So I cross over to my video of my notes. So you will see that I will normally outline the main headings so that they know where I start. So it will be the purpose of this Skills Development Act, the purpose of SDA. Then we will go over to the impact, which is normally positives and negatives. It's very important that they understand that it's positive and negative. Then you go into discrimination and how you can cause discrimination by implementing this act. And then we look at how we can follow the rules or comply. Compliance means to abide or follow the rules. Okay, so those are the things that you're going to be looking out for. And before you start studying facts, you need to be able to recite the main headings of um, what you want to study. So it's very important that you know that there are penalties also that go with following rules. If you don't follow the rules, there is a penalty that you need to pay. For this lesson, I will only be covering these subjects, these topics, but I will, so there are other sections also on this work, but for this lesson, I will only be doing these 5 headings. Okay, so we go back to where we are sharing the screen. Okay, so purpose is, so what we need to do is we need to underline our keywords. So what we need to do is we need to develop the skills of South Africans to improve the productivity. Okay, so this skills development has a lot to do with improving productivity. Okay, That's the first main thing that you need to do. You need to improve productivity when implementing this act. For the second one, and I think we're just going to stick to two bullets in each heading so that it's comfortable. And when we're done knowing and making those two headings, those two facts our own, then we can add one or two extra facts. But I feel like two facts are necessary and are um, are enough to answer questions based on purpose. So another one that I like to um, talk about is that it redresses imbalance through education and training. Imbalances were that was created during apartheid. Redress imbalances of the past. Okay, so those are our two facts. Then we go to our impact, and you will see that you have to have one positive and one negative for now. So what do we look at? We look at how the business benefits from the SDA. And I want you to see that there's a repetition here of improving productivity. So if you're aiming at doing well in business, you don't want to repeat yourself. So I feel that the fourth bullet here is a very nice one, so that we know that we are globally competitive. Why are we globally competitive? Because we have a very productive workforce. Okay, and one negative from there is that any of these acts are very time consuming. And also, if you have to send anyone on training, it costs money. So it is expensive. Okay, time consuming and expensive and globally competitive. Then we go to discrimination. And I think just denying anyone a learning opportunity. Denying anyone a learning opportunity is discrimination on this act. What they mention on the notes is that if you prevent employees from signing for a learnership because of their age, unfair promotion of skills, um, and then also furnishing false information on any prescribed document, that also serves as uh, discrimination. Then the way that we comply is that we need to register. Okay, we need to register with SATUS. And then we also need to submit a workplace plan. Okay, those are the two things that you need to comply with. Just bear in mind that if you're aiming at doing well, 80% plus, this two facts is not sufficient for compliance. And when you are more comfortable with this information, it's good for you to come back and add a couple of facts to the ones that you already know, so that you can just bolster your opinion on compliance. Then what happens when there are penalties? What happens when you don't comply, when you don't abide by the rules? Um, you will see that you cannot offer learnership because of your levy not being paid. And I'll just say no levy. Okay, and then after we have studied something like this, we just recite what we have studied. So the purpose is of Skills Development Act is to improve productivity. It is to redress the imbalances of the past. When there's impact, it is positive and negative. So what is positive about the Skills Development Act? It is that the business can become globally competitive, and negative is that it can be very time consuming, setting up workshops, and also very expensive. When it comes to discrimination, denying anyone a learning opportunity based on any one of the demographics, whether it be age or culture or religion, it is denying anyone an opportunity of learning. Okay, so when it comes to compliance, you need to make sure that you abide or follow by the rules. And this is applicable to all acts. So what you need to do is you need to register with SATUS and make sure that you submit a workplace plan. That is the way that you can abide by making sure that your business is skills development compliant. Then if you are not skills development compliant, then you cannot offer any learnerships because there is no skills development levy. So that concludes my lesson for this time, and I hope that you have received all the information that you wanted, and I hope that you have learned something new today. I thank you.